I'm a dad to 3 kids, and today I'm going to share with you the 3 most important factors in choosing a baby monitor. So let's start with number 3. Number 1 might be a little bit surprising to you, but it's something I stand by after being a dad for 7 years. So firstly, number 1, your baby monitor should be digital. And this is really important because a lot of people use an analog baby monitor that's pretty much the same as like an old school walkie-talkie or a cordless phone from the 90s, and it transmits an analog signal. Now, the problem with that is that that signal can degrade, and also it's fairly easy for people outside of the house to pick that up if they want to, which is a little weird. You don't really want that listening device component. That's a staple in the plot lines of 80s and 90s movies, people listening in on the baby monitor from outside. But the digital signal, it's much harder to do that. Generally, you've got a base station and a remote station paired together, and the digital transmission basically avoids that privacy concern. So that's very important. Make sure that you're getting a digital baby monitor. Number 2, you want a baby monitor that has noise suppression. So the way that works is basically if there's a background noise in your baby's nursery or kid's room, the monitor will not pick that up. So it'll kind of filter out that background noise. And that's very important because you often are going to have something like a fan going in there. You might have something like if you've got a robotic bassinet like the Snoo, it's going to be making some noise. There's often just a lot of background noise, and you don't want that to be keeping you up all night on the baby monitor. But with a noise suppression monitor, if there is a louder sound, like your baby crying that you do want to hear about, then it's actually going to amplify that and make it stand out. So my baby monitor is actually on right now at a fairly high volume, but I'll be quiet for a sec. And you can barely hear it. However, if there was something that happened in the room, I'd still hear it clearly. So go for one that has that noise suppression capability. Now, number 1, and this is the controversial one, is that your baby monitor should be an audio baby monitor. And that might surprise you. Like, we're living in the age of video. You're watching a video right now. Why not have a video monitor? You can look in, you can see your baby sleeping, etc. Now, I think that can be super cute. It certainly can be nice, but in my experience, video baby monitors are never worth the hassle. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is that with a video monitor, you're going to have a little screen you have to carry around, or you're going to have to bring out your phone to connect to the monitor. And that can be really annoying if you're there at night and you just want to listen in on, see if your baby has woken up. You've got to charge up that little screen. Often the video quality is awful. Usually the night vision is terrible as well. It's not really adding anything. You see like a dark sort of shadowy shape moving around, and it doesn't really help you to know what's going on with your baby, but it creates a bunch of hassle and expense in having that extra screen you have to charge to plug it in. And with the phone, it's even worse. It means you have to leave your phone on and open, probably plugged into a charger with the app for your baby monitor pulled up in order to even hear what's going on with your kid, or much less see what's going on with your kid on there. Versus with an audio monitor, you're still going to know if your baby wakes up. You can hear them. They're going to cry. They're going to be shuffling around, and you're going to be able to hear that just fine on the monitor. But these have a great battery life. You can usually unplug the base station, carry it around with you super easily. It's basically always on, so you don't have to worry about dealing with a little screen and everything, and it's so much more robust. I've used this one in particular, the Hello Baby one, for 7 years now. I use it to monitor now if my kid wakes up in the night, now that he's definitely not a baby anymore, and I can tell if that has happened, and it's super easy to listen in on it. I have never had a screen-based baby monitor last, and in fact, I've used ones that go through an app, and I've had 2 companies go out of business. So basically it just becomes an expensive little brick. And so I think audio is the way to go. And trust me, you'll know if there's something up with your kid. And if you want to be reassured that they're okay, then you're not going to get that through video anyway. You're going to want to go in and check on them. The only exception is if you're using this more for like a nanny cam to check in remotely from work or something like that. But if you're using it just to monitor your kid at night, you do not need video. It's cheaper and better to have audio, much more robust, and it's going to work just fine for you. And trust me, you're going to be going up there to look at them anyway. So the video is not really going to help you a whole lot. So those are my advice on getting a baby monitor. If you like this, please do subscribe and like the video.